Long before Israel reached the Promised Land, the ancient world was already haunted by survivors. Not survivors of war, but survivors of judgment. The Bible speaks quietly about a time before the flood, a world erased because corruption had grown too strong. Most people assume that world ended completely, but when Israel stood at the edge of Bashan, they encountered something unsettling. A king, a giant, a reminder that what God judged once still echoed. His name was Og of Bashan, and Israel would soon have to decide whether judgment was truly final, or if fear still had the last word.
In the ancient land of Bashan, on hills of black volcanic stone, there stood a kingdom feared by nations. Israel left Egypt, but fear followed. Freedom doesn't erase trauma. Slavery leaves an echo. Israel came with no armies, only a promise from their God.
Every step forward carried doubt.
Ahead was promise. Behind was memory.
And then,
they heard a name. Not a myth. Not a rumor. Not a rumor.
A king east of the Jordan.
A giant who still lived. A survivor of a judged world. Fear grows fastest in the unseen. Og wasn't chasing them. He was waiting. And Israel knew it. Og wasn't chaos. He ruled. His cities were fortified with giant slabs of stone, proud against heaven. Power structured. Fear organized. Og ruled from an iron throne, feared for his strength, not his faith. A king. King Avia, not a monster. Stability without God. They had seen giants before. And fear won then. History repeats when belief doesn't change. Og didn't threaten. He existed. And that was enough. If he survived, slave. What else survived?
What if judgment wasn't final?
Og was a question.
And then they saw the bed. "9 cubits long.
Not hidden.
Displayed.
This wasn't furniture. It was propaganda.
A message carved in metal.
You cannot win.
They had seen this before.
Different king. Same fear. The past was knocking. What if God brought us out?
But couldn't finish? Og didn't speak.
Fear did. Until God answered.
God didn't explain.
He commanded. Ivrani. That was it. No strategy! No reassurance. Fear met obedience. And fear lost. Not because Og was weak.
Og's fall revealed a greater king. Christ defeats every kingdom that opposes God.
But because God was final. The symbol collapsed. The last echo fell silent.
Og trusted iron. Israel trusted God. Pride cannot stand before his word. The giant fell, not by might, but by God's faithfulness. The world God judged.
Did not survive him.
Fear didn't get the last word.
Promise did. Or still exists.
Not in size.
but in belief. Unfinished fear blocks destiny.
Some giants exist only to prove God's finality.
You don't cross over!
Until the last fear falls. The command still stands.
The giant wasn't the test. Belief was.